gonna become more and more. It already is that, but it's gonna become more and more that. So there's got to be, these committees are already getting set up, bioethics committees and things like this. So it does have a timeline on it. We just need to shorten that timeline. That's my goal. I know there's a, like, I don't want to go for the next 10 years. Like, I think, and this is just my personal belief, that 10 years is the longest it could last. Like, that 10 more years is the longest this program could last. Dr. Duncan said something about that, and I'm like, man, that's a long time. I think that's probably the longest, but you never know. It could, in a half a year, 2 years, if we do this right. I think I am going to just start reaching out to the investigative teams of the local news in my area. Just see if they'll do it. I mean, I'm not going to get myself put into a mental institution or a short-term behavioral clinic like I did a while back, but just do things carefully and see if people want the story. If not, we'll be the news. We'll do our YouTube videos. We'll post things on Facebook. But I really do, and I don't, and when I say, like, I really do watch Nick Begich. Look at how the Navy used over-the-horizon radar. Directed energy and microwaves bounce off the ionosphere, and it uses that energy. Like, and I don't want to discount anybody that says that it comes from drones or satellites, because I totally believe that this has tons of different delivery mechanisms. So I don't want to say that's the only way they use it, but I never hear any targeted individuals talking about over-the-horizon radar, and it kind of, I feel like that's the cheapest delivery mechanism that they have, and that's a theory. It's not me definitely knowing it, but it's just it's like a gut feeling. Oh, they're hitting me in the chest pretty bad right now. But alright, guys, I guess I got some vehicular stalking. It's going to have to be in a bunch of different parts. I'm sorry about that. I'm getting a new camera soon, and I'm going to start doing stuff not on my camera phone, so I can just do the long videos again. I hate these shortened videos and having to cut them up and everything and upload a bunch of different parts. There's a one light car right there and another one light car right there. Getting a lot of vehicular stalking. Things are going good with my roommate. We went to birthday dinner the other night. She doesn't believe me. I mean, but it's so weird. It's like, if you just don't let that get to you, people cannot believe you that aren't stalkers, and they can still be your friends, and you just don't take it personally, because that's part of the challenge. This is like, it's hard for people who are even going through it to believe. I think, gosh, I'm rambling on. I'm not trying to give advice, but I think a lot of people, they tell their friends, and their friends don't believe them. Like, a lot of my friends don't believe me. One of my friends thinks I'm nuts. He's like, remote neural monitoring, somebody can make an image out of a visual in your visual cortex, you're insane. He's like, I kind of believe you on some of the stuff, you're insane with that. And I don't take it personally, because I'm like, I've had to actually experience it, research other people talking about it. I've had to do extensive, experience with it and research to believe it. And he's still my friend, because, I understand why he doesn't believe it. I think, and this is just my opinion, y'all please comment. Comment if you're angry at me. Comment if you think that I'm doing everything wrong. That discourse is great. All target individuals, we need to come together and say, this is the way we need to do things, or that's the way we need to do things. I'm kind of a guy that I want to throw a bunch of stuff in the pot and cook it. I want to come from every angle. I want everything to be discussed, because that's how things are successful. That's how people really know what's going on and can really be powerful. But I think, this is my opinion, and y'all tell me if you're mad at me about this, but I think some target individuals, when their friends don't believe them, they take it very, very personally, which is a normal human response. And then they start thinking maybe their friends are part of the gang stalking, when their friends just are you know, get mad at him, just leave and stuff like that. I'm not sure. That's just a theory I'm throwing out there. You know, I just kind of throw stuff out there. Like, I'm kind of a theory idea guy, and it's kind of helped me. Coming at this from every angle, thinking about every possibility, you know, what some people could be thinking, what things can be perceived. If your family really does think you're crazy and they start trying to put you in a mental institution, it could really look like they are stalkers and they're stalking you. Now, I'm not saying that every case is like, there are some cases where they probably are, you know, they're probably part of it. I can't imagine it was my family and friends, like, but there probably are. I mean, there definitely is. Like, I'm not saying that. But this program, we have to realize that the paranoia, the chaos that they're creating, it works itself to where even if you're not facing a vehicular stalker or or somebody on the street theater or something like that, it could seem like that to you because you start being conditioned and sensitized to it. So just a kind of this is what, well, I've told y'all this a bunch. You know, you always file it. You file bizarre things or weird things, and you just file them in the back of your head, but you don't act any differently. And there's a city police. He may be coming around to get me for using my phone in my car. I said they'll microwave you and caravan you and hurt your family, and then if you're using a phone to like say, hey, look, there are people caravan, they'll, you know, get you for that. That's how all this works. That's basically it. Like, I was just trying to get some vehicular. I got some good vehicular stalking. And I mean, I'm not doing too bad. Like, my thinking, like, there's another FedEx truck. Y'all tell me if there's this much FedEx where you live, and another one. But that's basically, I mean, I'm like, I do know the remote neural monitoring is affecting my emotions. I know it's affecting my interests, and my ability to focus on things and want to do things. Like, even these videos, like, I put them off and I'm like, you know, I've kind of talked about everything, but it doesn't matter. We should keep making videos about the same thing over and over. If I run out of things to talk about, I'm actually gonna do it. I'm gonna go back to the patent for remote neural monitoring and the patent for directed energy weapons and take notes and do maybe like a little presentation on both. But I mean, even if we run out of things to talk about, we just keep talking about, you know, what we already talked about for new target individuals. And so you know, I just want y'all to know what I'm feeling. Like, I mean, y'all have got to know that, you know, I'm passionate about this because I'm being tortured just like y'all. But it starts to get really old and it's destructive and boring. And there's another state police right there. So it's like when I say that, I've done that a bunch of times. Like, I've said, you know, my stalker's name is Lynn, and I'm like, Lynn, where are all the police? I don't see the police. Are you not getting this going good enough? And then I'll start seeing a bunch of police caravanning me. Like, it'll be a couple of hours after that reaction will come out. And it's really weird, because I'll be, you know, maybe I should just keep my mouth shut, but I don't care. Like, my whole thinking as a man and as an American and somebody who is an innocent American, my family's been so hurt, I want him to bring it on to me. Like, I want him to bring everything to me. I want him to try and get weapons around me. I want him to build it up as much as he can so I can try and defend. Because as long as he's focused on me and I'm not dead, he's not going to another family or some young girl or a grandmother or a woman with a child or something like that. So like, I'm like, you know, I've verbalized that to him before. I've said, you know, bring it on me, because I'd rather be on me than somebody else. You know, use your resources on me. But, you know, I'm coming back to my place now. But I am. I'm having a pretty good day. They hit me in the chest a little bit. It's not too bad. Last night was pretty bad. And you know, I keep using the same defensive stuff. I haven't really, you know, bought anything new. Just the shungite, and then I've got those things in my hat, which I think those really, really help. The Hadron, they're little Hadron squares, but they're about 60 bucks a piece. And I've got like 3 around in my hat, which has like microfibers, like metal microfibers in it to reflect it. So I've got some good defenses around my head. Sometimes my hat will fall off when I sleep, and I feel retarded sleeping in a hat, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. And my hat will fall off in my sleep, and you know, then I'll wake up and I'll feel like burning on the top of my head or pressure on the top of my head more. That's about it, guys. I'm gonna make some more videos probably this weekend. I'm gonna try and put some more out and see if that affects the vehicular stalking at all. The more I was out just now, the more cops I started to see. So I think that once you go out, they start getting people mobilized, and those vehicular stalkers are driving around, you know, caravanning other target individuals. So the weird thing is, it's like you see all that, and it's not even a maybe. There are other target individuals in your specific area, and that's not just a theory. If these cars are driving around caravanning me, there's other target individuals that they're doing it to all day long too. All right, guys. Well, I'm back to my place. If you see, I want you to kind of see these townhouses. You see how they're so close together, and then you got some on the other side. I'm on this side, like I'm down here, and there's 2 people right by me. I don't think either one of those are hitting me, but there's a lot of places for this guy. Like there's places right behind us back there. It's not a very, and I did experience, you know, the sheriff. There's a sheriff that lives in the front of the apartment complex. And 2 times he drove out the front at the same time as me coming back. But I'm gonna go ahead and get off, guys. I love y'all, and I will see you on the next one. God bless you. God is behind us, and we're gonna get through this. Keep defending, keep gaining inches, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Okay.